Good morning, Year 6. It's time for your Maths Starter today. So, 4 questions. The first one is a fraction question multiplying 2 fractions together. Then you've got an addition question, a subtraction, and then finally a multiplication. So, if you pause the video there, have a go at these 4 questions, and then play the video again and see if you got the answers correct. Okay, so if we look at number 1, we have 3 7s multiplied by 2 8s. When we multiply a fraction, we multiply the numerators together and then we multiply the denominators together. So we do 3 times 2, which is 6, and then we do 7 times 8, which is 56. Now, what we can do at this point, this answer is correct, but what we can do at this point is to see whether or not we can simplify it. Now, we can see that they're both even numbers, so it can definitely be simplified. So we can have a look and see, is there a number that goes into both of these? So what we can do at this point is we can half both of them, can't we? So if we half 6, we get to 3, and then if we half 56, then we get to 28. Then at this point we can see are there any numbers that are in the 3 times tables as well as the 28s, any numbers, and you see that there are, so that's actually in its simplest form. Both of those answers are correct though. So moving on to number 2, we've got an addition. 6-digit add a 6-digit addition. Remember when we start over here, the ones column. So 3 add 1 is 4, 8 add 7 is 15, the 5 goes here, the 1 gets carried over. 8 add 1 is 10, so the 0 here, the 1 gets carried over. 9 add 1 is 10, add another 1 is 11. 6 add 3 add 1 is 10, the 0 there, the 1 gets carried over. Add these up to make 8, then 8 add 8 is 16. Nothing left to add in, so we add that in there. It's quite difficult to read that number as it is, so remember, put your commas in from the end. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and it's much easier to read. 1,601,054. Now we've got a 6-digit number again, but it's a subtraction this time. So again, starting from the ones column. So 9 take away 3 is 6. We can't do 3 take away 9, so we have to come over here to exchange. This becomes 7. That becomes 13. 13 take away 9 is 4. 7 take away 1 is 6. Again, we can't do this because 8 is larger than 7, so we need to exchange. That 1 becomes 0. That 7 becomes 17. 17 take away 8 is 9. We can't do 0, we take away 2. So finally, one more exchange. 10, that becomes 10 now. 10 take away 2 is 8. 3 take away 1 is 2. So we have 289,646. So moving on now onto the final question, it's a multiplication. Remember, this first line that we'll do, we'll be multiplying by 9. The next line that we'll do, we'll be multiplying by 40. We've partitioned 49 up into 40 and 9, haven't we? So we'll multiply 1,873 by 9 first of all, and then by 40, and then we will add them up to get to our answer. So first of all, we do multiply everything by 9. So we do 9 times by 3 first of all, which is 27. Oops. And then we move on, don't we? And we do 9 times by 7. First one was 9 times by 3, the next one is 9 times by 7, which is 63. Add on the 2, 65. And then we keep on going on, don't we? So then the next one after that, we will do 9 times by 8, going through to get to 72. Add this 6 on top of that to get to 78. 9 times by 1, then we get to 9, then we add the 7 on top of that is 16. So you can see we've done the first line there, multiplying by 9. Now we're going to multiply by 40. Now because we're multiplying by 40, we add this 0 in here. because that moves everything over once, doesn't it? That means that we can just do, at this point, 4 times by 3, 4 times by 7, instead of having to say 40 times by 3, 40 times by 7, which is much trickier to work out, so that's why I put that in there. So we can cross these out because we've used them now, or you could rub them out, and then we can multiply these. So we do 4 times by 3 now, which is 12, so the 2 goes here, the 1 goes over in the next column. Then we do 4 times by 7, which is 28, add the 1 is 29. 4 times by 8, which is 32, add the 2 on is 34. And then finally 4 times by 1 is 4, add the 3 is 7. And then we add the numbers up. Remember, this second number here should always be larger than this number on the top, because you're multiplying by a much larger number here. So then we can add them up, because if we add 49, it equals 49. And if we add this number and this number, it would tell us the answer to what 1,873 is times by 49. So 7 add 0 is 7. Then we've got 5 add 2, which is 7 again. And then we've got 9 add 8, which is 17. And then if we add these up using our number bonds, we can see that 6 add 4 is 10, add another 1 is 11. And then finally adding these up gets us to 9. So 91,777.